All right, I'm back. I have been studying all day, actually the last 2 or 3 days. I want to share something with you. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to bring it in close. I have this rash that I have incurred, and it's starting to spread. You can't really see it on my face, but I can feel it. It's on my nose. It's in my eye right here. It hurts. It's all in my scalp. It's all down my neck, especially right here. And here's the worst part. I don't know. Can you see this? Okay, there it is. There's like a good. And the reason why I know, look, you can see the difference from the inside of my elbow right there. You see all that? Yes. This horrible rash is down my whole arm. You can see all those bumps up my arm, all over my whole left arm. Okay? It's even over here on my right arm. Oop, where are you? Oop. And it's gotten over here. You know, it's there. You can see all the little bumps. My left arm is so bad, and my neck right here, it's just so bad right here in the collarbone area. That's the only place I have it, from right here and my arm up. Well, I was doing some research and I got nervous. I kind of knew it was Candida, but I wasn't like really sure if it was Candida or if it was just a reaction to something. But I'm like, I haven't really been eating any different foods. But I tell you what I have, I upped my fats over the last week. In doing that, I believe that I'm not creating enough bile in my gallbladder, causing my pH system, anyway, to go out of whack. My pH system is really whacked out right now. This has caused an overgrowth of Candida, okay, in my body. Now, I've always had this overgrowth of Candida. Number one, how I know? Because I'm obese, right? It's very common in people that are obese. I'm going to go over what I have researched. This is going to be kind of a lengthy video. I'm no expert. I only did my own research on it, and I'm going to share with you what I learned. The knowledge that I gained, I like to share with you guys. So, how can you tell if it's Candida die-off or if it's a Candida flare-up? Well, those are some good questions. So here's what I got to thinking. Well, what I was asking myself. I said, is it a Candida rash or is it a keto rash? After investigating, come to find out, a keto rash is pretty much just right on the torso. It's a little itchy. It's for I don't believe it's a keto rash. I honestly believe it's Candida die-off for myself. So what is it? What's Candida? Okay. And then why do we have it? What causes it? How do we know if it's out of control? What are the symptoms? What are the dangers? How to manage it? Why we get the Candida rash? And die off or flare up? How to know the difference? And how long to control it? Well, I got most of these questions answered, so I'm just going to go down my list. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Look, I've been writing and writing all afternoon. We're trying to get this, trying to answer all these questions that I came up with. So here's what I come up with. And a lot of this I wrote straight down off the internet from some medical sites and some blogs or whatever those things are. Okay, so Candida is a yeast that lives in our bodies. It is harmless at low levels. Okay, everybody has it. Every human being on this planet has Candida. Everybody. Okay? It's harmless at low levels. Our gut flora, whenever we have healthy gut flora, which is our probiotics, when we have those in check, that keeps the Candida under control. When our gut flora is diminished, and I'm going to go over this with you, that's when the gut flora is starting to get diminished, or we're not supplying and feeding our probiotics properly through poor diet, okay, that the Candida can multiply, and in multiplying, what it does is the yeast starts to transform into a fungi, and it grows all these like alienated type of antennas, and it starts attaching all throughout your intestinal system, right? Your digestive system. And in doing that, it latches on to the side walls of our intestines, our colon, and then it gets through the intestines, through the stomach, through the intestines, into our bloodstream. This fungus does. So now, this is what causes leaky gut. Everything is coming into play, right? This is what causes leaky gut. So now, once this yeast turns into a fungus and it gets into the bloodstream and it comes to surface, now you have symptoms like thrush, white, yellow clumps on your tongue, sides of your cheeks, cracked corners of the mouth. You have, okay, that's thrush. Then you have genital yeast, which is for women, vaginal yeast infections. For men, jock itch. Okay, women can also get a jock itch. It's right in the crevices of between the thigh and the labia. And you also get eczema. People who have bad bouts of eczema, psoriasis, food allergies. That's the number one symptom of leaky gut, is when you have a lot of like food allergies. Fungal infections of the skin and the nails. Okay? Also, joint pain, brain fog, chronic fatigue, digestive issues, acid reflux. That's another major sign of leaky gut. Gas, autoimmune disease, and sinus infections. So, what can cause Candida overgrowth? Here's the good one. As a child, anytime we got sick, we were given antibiotics. This is why I will never take another antibiotic as long as I live, unless I am flat out on my deathbed. Honestly. Every time you turn around, doctors want to throw you antibiotic here, antibiotic there, and all it's doing is, not only is it killing the bacteria that is causing the symptom or the illness, it's also killing off, oh my God, billions and billions and billions and trillions of your healthy bacterias. Many strains. Lots of strains of your healthy bacteria die off. So therefore, it can't control the Candida like it's supposed to. Alright. So, the Candida overgrowth. What causes the Candida overgrowth? Antibiotics. Refined sugars. Those of you who eat A lot of sweets, a lot of sugars. And I'm going to tell you, you may think, because I did it when I first started eating clean last year. I thought just because I was eating organic and I was eating healthy this and healthy that I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I still not losing weight? Why am I still, depressed and going through all these things? Because come to find out that there are a lot of hidden sugars in a lot of the healthy foods that we consume as a people. Okay? You have to read your labels, people. Read your labels. All right? Find the sugars. Look in the ingredients. Especially if the sugar is up in the top 5, forget about it. Don't even touch it. That's why I don't eat bacon. I cannot find the uncured sugarless bacon. I can't do it. And then if it is no added sugars, then it's some type of alternate sugar that they use. Anyway, so refined sugars. Stress spikes your blood sugar, believe it or not. All right, so if your blood sugar is out of control, guess what? The Candida feeds off of that, because Candida is what? A yeast. If you're baking a cake, right, and you take the warm water and you heat up the yeast, and then you put the yeast in the dough, in the flour, make the dough, and the yeast eats the flour and it grows and it swells up because it's eating all that glucose. Yeah, that's sugar. Hello. Come on, people. Stay with me here. pH imbalance. Now, me, guilty. I have always, since I was little, had trouble with ear infections. I had tonsillitis my whole life growing up. I had my tonsils removed when I was like 15, I think it was. And my glands are all swollen now because I'm dealing with all this going on. So pH imbalance is very important to figure out how to balance your pH in your body. I'm still learning that one. All right. And now, what are the symptoms of Candida? Where was I? I was already there, right? Thrush, genital yeast infections, jock itch, diaper rash from yeast infections on babies. Okay, thrush on babies. Y'all seen the babies with the little white stuff in their mouth? That's Candida overgrowth. All right, eczema, food allergies. All right, I've been through over all that. Autoimmune sinus infections. Now, what are the dangers of Candida? Patients with suppressed immune systems, okay, people who have AIDS, HIV, who I can't think, who have the autoimmune disease, anyway, that has suppressed immune systems, yeast infections can become deadly. All right, it is very true. They can become deadly. So spreading to the major organs like the brain, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, and so on. It can become very deadly. You have to be in very, very poor health for it to get to that level. How to manage Candida? Well, also poor diet, severity of illness, stress, alcohol and drug use, and dehydration. You have to stay hydrated. People who drink nothing but coffee and tea and soda, okay, all that caffeine. Caffeine is a diuretic, right? So what does it do? It makes you piss it out just like that, right? It does not hydrate you. You piss it right out. Okay? So, all right, next. How to manage Candida. I told you this was going to be a lengthy video. How to manage Candida. Less stress, okay? Work on meditation. Figure out what it is that's causing a lot of stress in your life and try to control that. Exercise. Believe it or not, exercise helps relieve stress. So even going for a 15 minute walk, 20-minute walk every other day, that's going to help lower your stress, help lower your blood pressure, which is also in turn going to help with your blood glucose levels. Okay? No refined sugar diets. All right? Do not eat refined sugars. Natural sugars are in fruit. All right? There are plenty of things that have natural sugars, not refined sugars. And if you don't know what refined sugars are, Google it. Google will tell you what refined sugars are. Okay? Do your homework, peoples. Also, how to manage Candida. Fermented foods. Fermented foods are a great, excellent source of probiotics. This is one of my problems because I stopped eating about 2 or 3 months ago my fermented vegetables I was eating. I have to get back with that. So, yes. Probiotics, live foods. Probiotics are live foods with healthy bacteria. Many forms. We have trillions and trillions of different types of healthy bacteria. And, well, we have over a trillion bacteria in our body, if I'm not mistaken. And only about 10% of that is bad bacteria, but 90% of that is healthy bacteria. So that's why in your body, it's a constant battle of good and evil. This is why it's very important for you to take care of the inside of your body. I've mentioned this in many videos before. You take care of the inside will take care of the outside. All right. This is how sick I was, even eating healthy. How sick inside. My body is repairing itself. It's trying to balance itself out, and I'm suffering. I'm suffering with the consequences of being healthy. But anything good in your life has a price to pay, right? Has a price tag. You got to pay the price. So here we are. Why a rash? Why? Candidiasis of the skin is often caused by warm weather, poor hygiene, obesity, antibiotics that kills the good bacteria and that keeps the good bacteria that keeps the Candida under control, a weakened immune system from diabetes, pregnancy, and other medical conditions. Fungi thrives and grows in warm, moist areas. Armpits, inside the arm, elbows, behind the knees, in the groins, under the breast, in that fat back. We all got them fat breasts in the back breast, fat back, whatever you want to call it. Okay, men, you are not. You cannot opt out on that. You are included in that too, because there's lots of men that got them big old titties hanging and got all that fat back there. Yes, you guys get rashes in that. So my light just dimmed. Give me a second here. Boop. Okay, back on. So, what else? It throws in warm, moist areas. Not usually contagious unless someone is ill, right? Has a low immune system and touches the infected skin. So, like what I have right here on my skin right now is not contagious to the average human being. Okay? So, no worries. You can still hug me and kiss me. It's fine. All right. So, is it Candida die-off? Now, in order for it to be a flare-up, there are things that have to happen that has to play part. One is the pH imbalance. Yes, my body probably is imbalanced, pH-wise. I don't eat sugar, so I can't be feeding it, right? And I'm not super stressed. I'm not a stressed out type of a person. So I don't think that's one of the... I mean, a lot of the symptoms or the reasons of getting it, I don't have the brain fog. I don't know, but is it Candida die-off? I think it's Candida die-off, okay? I didn't have brain fog or fever. I did have a little bit of depression over the last couple of days, which has been unusual since I started the keto diet. Joint pain, I have. Oh my God, last week and all week, my joints have been like crazy, hurting really bad. Headache, not really. Bloating, yes. I've been bloated. Constipated, yes. Yeast infections. I can't read my own handwriting. No, not really. Not anything out of the ordinary. Acne, no. I've never been one to get acne. Every now and then, you know, when it's that woman's time, I'll get a little bit around my jawline. And then many other discomforts. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well. So, okay. These symptoms are caused during die-off because, and this is why, the toxins caused by the Candida die-off are more than the body can handle. The high level of toxins put a lot of stress on the colon, the liver, the kidneys, and other vital organs involved with filtering toxins. So this is why, as the Candida dies off, trust me guys, it's not fun. It fucking itches, okay? I can't scratch it. I rub it like this. I cannot scratch it because if I scratch it, what does it do? It burns. It flipping burns, right? I have my arm, and I think that's why this arm is worse, because it sets at the window. It's, you know, like a trucker's tan. It itches so effing bad. So bad. My head, my scalp, my nose, it all, look at that. It's coming out. It all itches, and I cannot scratch it. It's a miserable feeling. It really is. It's a miserable. I've never, ever, ever in my life, ever had anything like this. Anything. I've had little bumps. When I've done clean eating before, I've had just, you know, around my elbows, itchy. It felt like a couple of mosquito bites or something. But nothing like this. My arm is literally red and cracked. It's not cracking yet, but it's all dried out like it's going to crack. Look at that. It's just gross. Hold on, let me look at that. It's horrible. Oh my goodness. So this is the information that I've researched. I really hope that it helps you guys. You guys have to do your research. You have to get healthy, especially if you have young children. If you have young children, you want to teach your young children the proper ways of eating healthy and being healthy and probiotics. And, you know, like I said many times, you don't have to do a high-fat ketogenic diet like I do. No sugar, no carbs, I mean low carbs, minimal carbs. You don't have to do that. Eat healthy, eat real food. Just watch your sugar intake. It takes a lot. Be your own doctor, right? Learn. You have to learn. I'm learning little by little. So, love, peace, and chicken grease. Bye, guys. I hope, you know, this helped you a lot.